Yeah, I think we're going to switch back down to the Big Ten now. And the Big Ten leaders, it's the legends and then the leaders. There's two mini conferences in the Big Ten conference. The leaders seems, just looking at the teams, it looks like it's Wisconsin. It doesn't. You have Ohio State and Penn State. Neither of those teams can play in a bowl. And Penn State's lost a lot of stars. Ohio State, they struggled last year. This looks like it's Wisconsin's division to win. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely agree with it. And I think, going back to what you said with the two teams being ineligible, I mean, now this just seems like a conference that there's almost a big separation between one and two now. And I think right now you have to look at Wisconsin as possibly representing that conference as in the Rose Bowl once again this year. And I think it also helps with Wisconsin getting a guy back. Getting a guy added on to their roster like a De'Angelo Bryant from Maryland, who was absolutely lights out his freshman year. I mean, he had some sophomore struggles, but this is a guy that you're going to look at having around, possibly the next 2 years. So he's definitely a guy that can make the ship move. And then we all know about the running game up there.
Monte Ball, yeah.
And Monte Ball, I mean, he's one of the most gifted backs in the nation, and he's smelled the record now. So I mean, it's probably going to be a very personal goal, not only for him but for his team to really reach that.
I'm excited to see Monte Ball run this year and see what he can do. Looking forward to the season, like I said. The Big Ten legends, on the other hand, might be a more competitive conference, or mini-conference, than the Big Ten leaders with Michigan, Michigan State, and Nebraska. Those seem to be the big three teams. The team that really stands out to me is Michigan getting Denard Robinson back, and he's just a beast at quarterback. So what do you think? Who do you think is going to come out of that division as the winner?
Well, I think a team that you really have to watch for in this division has to be Michigan State. And not to say that they're going to win, but they are a team that really shakes up that conference, because they're always going to get that one win against a team that they're not supposed to get a win over. And so we could really see a big shift in that conference if Michigan State plays spoiler once we get to a couple of teams. Michigan, I mean, Brady Hoke's doing a fantastic job over there with what he's working with. And we all know that Denard Robinson isn't the typical Michigan quarterback, the drop back, pro style kind of guy, but the things that he's able to do really presents problems for a lot of other people. And then Nebraska, I mean, when you look at a team like Nebraska, I mean, Bo Pelini, he's going to have those guys similar to Alabama. They're going to be solid. But the problem is, once again, is going to be at the quarterback position. We all see, time after time that Martinez can constantly, he can be very effective running the zone scheme option. Now, the problem is when it comes to throwing the football out of there. And they always hit a bump in the road with him where they have to do that. So the team I'm expecting to emerge out of this conference will probably be Michigan to represent that division. But all you can do is just hope that they don't come back from an early season game against Alabama and come back with too many bumps and bruises, or at worst, I mean, a loss that can devastate, that can affect their whole season.
That's probably the biggest game this weekend. Michigan versus Alabama. It's at a neutral site, Arlington, Texas. Real quick, can you give me your prediction on that game that's this weekend?
Yeah, I think Alabama's going to win it, and just simply because I think Alabama is going to do the little things right. to really get them over. I don't expect for it to be a big win. I mean, Alabama never really scores really big, from the get go. But I just see the Alabama team being way more disciplined as far as containing Denard Robinson. And I think they're really going to, I'm pretty sure that Nick Saban and his staff really studied last year's Sugar Bowl when Denard Robinson, who didn't play a great game, but he was so elusive, he made plays happen. But let's not forget, I mean, the guy who was on the receiving end of a lot of those catches was Junior Hemingway, who's now gone. You take 2 or 3 plays away from that game, and you're possibly looking at Virginia Tech as being a chance. So I definitely probably see Alabama coming out of this game with a win, but not by a large margin.
Yeah, they do not score a lot of points, as we all saw in the BCS championship game. It was a pretty low scoring game. Like I said, Denard Robinson, great quarterback. People were saying that he's one of the leading Heisman candidates right now. Another leading Heisman candidate comes out of the Pac-12 at USC, Matt Barkley, who is back. And USC, number 1 in the AP Top 25. They're in the Pac-10 South division. What do you think about the Pac-10 South?
Well, I think USC is the clear winner out of that. I mean, you're talking about a team that they're probably one of the most explosive offenses on paper. I mean, a lot of people wish for 1,000-yard receiver, but they actually have. And not only that, I mean, they go out and get a guy like Silas Red to add to the equation, who's also a 1,000-yard rusher as well. So. USC, they're definitely going to be they're definitely the team to beat over in that conference.
And then in the Pac-12 North, Stanford now without Andrew Luck. It looks like Oregon's the team to beat there, barring some upset. Do you see Oregon coming out of the Pac-12 North?
Yes, I do. I just think right now Stanford just doesn't have enough of an it factor to give them a couple of those close wins. And, I mean, when you look at the speed of Oregon is just uncontested when it comes to speed in that conference overall.